Welcome to the Drama Emporium, where every tale unfolds with a twist of drama. Step into a world where stories come alive, emotions run wild, and the stage is set for adventure. Join us as we journey through the realms of theater, film, and literature, exploring the depths of human experience. Get ready for a theatrical experience like no other. Welcome to the Drama Emporium.
This is a very interesting topic for children to learn about and understand the importance of having morals. Once upon a time, in a lush green forest, there lived a family of rabbits. In that family, there was a mother rabbit who had 3 young and adorable baby bunnies. The little bunnies were always playing around the burrow, hopping up and down and having the time of their lives. They were curious about everything, especially what their mother did when she went out of the burrow. One day, while playing near the burrow, the bunnies saw their mother coming back with food in her mouth. They immediately surrounded her and asked, "Mummy, why do you bring food every day? Why don't we just go out and get it ourselves?" The mother rabbit was surprised by their question. She had never been asked such a question before. So, after thinking for a bit, she replied, "My dears, we have strong jaws and sharp teeth so that we can chew the grass and other plants. We have swift legs so that we can run fast from danger, and we have fluffy tails so that we can balance ourselves while hopping. Every part of our body has a special function, and therefore we should use them only for those functions." The bunnies were still not convinced. They thought for a moment and said, "But why can't we eat the sweet, juicy fruits from the trees? Those are so much tastier than the boring grasses. And we see squirrels eating them all the time. Why can't we?" The mother rabbit sighed. "These little ones won't understand, no matter what I say. Let me show them instead," she thought. So the next day, she took the bunnies with her to the meadow where she used to collect her food. When they arrived at the meadow, they saw a beautiful red apple tree with ripe red apples hanging from its branches. The bunnies were overjoyed and immediately started jumping up and down, asking their mother to pick one for them. But the mother rabbit ignored them and started eating the grass calmly. The bunnies couldn't understand why their mother wasn't picking the apple for them, so they decided to do it themselves. The bunnies tried and tried, but they couldn't reach the apples. One of the bunnies climbed up the tree, but he slipped and fell down, hitting his back and crying. Seeing this, the mother rabbit immediately went to him and asked, "Are you all right?" Patting him, she then said, "My dear, we may try anything once or twice out of curiosity, but we must always stick to what our bodies are meant for. Your paws are not meant for climbing trees, nor your claws are sharp enough to hold on to the branches. If you keep trying to do things that are not meant for you, you will only hurt yourselves. Instead, look at me. I am able to collect plenty of food for us because I use my body parts for what they are meant for." After saying this, she picked some more food for them and went back to the burrow. At the burrow, the bunnies ate the food and thought about what their mother had told them. Just then, a sly fox came by. He had been watching the bunnies from afar and had already made up his mind to catch one of them and eat. He thought, "These little ones don't know how dangerous the world can be. I can easily catch them and make a nice meal out of it." As soon as the thought crossed his mind, he started creeping closer and closer to the burrow. The bunnies, although small, were quick and intelligent. They saw the fox coming and immediately ran out of the burrow and into the forest. The mother rabbit stayed inside the burrow, blocking the entrance with her body, protecting the baby bunnies. The fox was very disappointed to see the bunnies escape. He had been planning this for so long, and now it was ruined. So to take his revenge, he started digging a hole near the burrow. He dug and dug until the burrow collapsed, and the mother rabbit, along with the baby bunnies, was trapped inside. Now, this was exactly what the mother rabbit had been afraid would happen. She had seen many sly foxes in her life and knew how dangerous they could be. That's why she had told the bunnies to stick to what their bodies were meant for. Now, as the burrow was collapsing, she gathered her little ones and said, "My darlings, now is the time to listen to what I say. Use your paws to dig a hole to come out of this burrow. Use your strong legs to hop away from here and use your fluffy tail to balance yourselves. Remember what I taught you." Saying this, she pushed the bunnies out of the burrow and one by one they hopped away to safety. The mother rabbit watched as they ran away. She was very proud of her little ones. Although she was trapped inside the burrow, she was happy that they had learned to use their body parts for what they were meant for. After a while, the fox came to check if the bunnies were inside the burrow, but to his surprise, he found it empty. He looked around to see the bunnies hopping around on a tree branch, munching on the sweet red apples. The mother rabbit was nowhere to be seen. The fox was puzzled. He couldn't understand how the bunnies managed to escape. To his surprise, the bunnies noticed the fox and shouted, "Hey, Mr. Fox, how could you be so stupid? You couldn't even catch us, not one of us." The fox felt humiliated and angry. He wanted to catch the bunnies and teach them a lesson, but he couldn't. Instead, he just glared at them and ran away angrily. The bunnies continued eating their apples, laughing at the silly fox. From that day on, the bunnies never forgot what their mother had taught them. They used their body parts for what they were meant for and stayed away from danger. They also shared their mother's wisdom with other animals in the forest, teaching them to use their body parts correctly. The little ones may not understand the reasoning behind something, but it's our job as parents to make sure they follow the right path. It's like the mother rabbit. She didn't explain to her little ones why they shouldn't eat the apples or why they couldn't climb trees. She just made sure they understood that they needed to use their bodies for what they were meant for. And in the end, it was this that saved their lives. If we try to do things that are not meant for us, we might end up hurting ourselves or others. For example, if you try to fly like a bird or swim like a fish without learning how, you might fall and hurt yourself. Same goes for other things in life. If we try to do something without learning or understanding it first, we might end up causing harm to ourselves or others. Therefore, it's important to stick to what we are good at and learn new things step by step. Don't try to rush things or do things that are not meant for you. Learn from the mistakes of others and try to avoid repeating them. Otherwise, you might end up in trouble. The bunnies learned an important lesson that day, a lesson that could have saved their lives. They learned that they needed to use their bodies for what they were meant for and stay away from danger. They also learned the importance of listening to their mother and following her advice. If they hadn't listened to her, they might have been caught by the fox and eaten. The bunnies were lucky that day. They escaped the danger and learned an important lesson. Hopefully, you too will learn from their experience and remember to use your body parts for what they are meant for. Also, always listen to your parents and follow their advice. They only want the best for you and will never intentionally lead you astray. Remember, your body is a wonderful and unique gift from God. It's up to you to take care of it and use it wisely. So go ahead and explore all the amazing things your body can do, but always do them safely and responsibly. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel.